Hey guys, this is the professor with Day Trading for Success. I'm about to show you a recap video with some seat of your pants risky trading that I do on a regular basis to try to recover after the streaming where I'm not doing really well. And I'll show you that those trades real quick after this. So you should stick around and see that. Don't forget that I am live streaming on the $1 Million Margin Club in the mornings right now this month, and they're giving away these, free indicators that you're going to want to check out those deals in the morning. And there'll be other stuff as I go on and off throughout the month over there. This is the Benzinga Pro. I kind of stepped away from trading just a second with somebody else to show you that I do have a link for this on this channel, and this has a squawk status right here that you can oh, that's right, I turned it off right
Benzinga
now.
Pro Squawk has reconnected.
There you go. So reconnected, and now this will read all the news and the moving stocks, and that alone is worth gold because it's going to be in the background telling you. But not only that, but you have Pro Lounge chat, and you can set. I have all these different ways to set it up, and it's just an amazing thing to get. I have a link, and of course you help my channel if you use my link. But anyway, guys, I'll be right back with the trading recap. Stick around, and I hope things are going well with you, and I hope I see you in the morning at the $1 Million Margin Club trading live. It's free. We usually come on there around 10 a.m. East Coast time.
Welcome to Day Trading for Success, where the professor, a former math teacher turned full-time trader and coder, guides beginners on how to trade for a living using proven strategies, breakthrough indicators, and lessons from essential trading books. The professor isn't a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a pro before diving into any strategies or demos you see here. Start smart, practice in a simulator, stick to a solid day trading plan, and don't forget to log every trade. Your profits will start with preparation. Thank you for allowing us to share in your journey. Please remember to subscribe, comment, give a thumbs up, and click that notification bell so you can be the first to receive more of our great content.
Hey guys, I think you probably just saw the intro, and this is sort of the recording, so I'll show you. This is basically close to where I was, I think, when I got off, maybe even a little bit worse because I took this trade. So this trade's rolling along here. And I take a series of trades, so I'll kind of, but I had most of the share sizes 250 to, let me just make sure I'm on correctly. Yeah, because I took my picture off because I thought I might do it this way. So this is my current picture you're seeing. There isn't a picture on the screen down here now. This is me talking. So, bigger risks, obviously, 200 to 250 shares, and then just playing what I saw and moving along. So we will zoom this a little forward here. I'll show you some more trades here. So let me pause for a second, guys, and we'll get to the next trade up here. So as you can see here, things started to go a little bit better here on this trade, and I'm getting ready to get out, and I got out right there. So now you can look at what my account's read because it has I'm too far down for the on the account because I kept taking money out of this account, so I would keep it down to the level. So unfortunately, it shows when you take money out, it shows it like you have a loss. So, but anyway, now that was a good starting trade, and I'm lowering my share size so I can add in again, and I start to go on to another trade here. So we're zooming back in on the price action here, and we'll show you a couple more trades here. Time has passed, and I'm getting up, and I'm standing up and walking away and coming back and taking more trades. And though Charlie's logic was, and I probably said it at the intro, was she didn't take the losing trades with me. She said, if you're going to recover, I'll just take the recovery trades. So yeah, she did really good by the end of this, of course. Now, she didn't do the share size. She could have, but she didn't. But she still did really good. So we'll let these run. I'm doing a couple of quick trades here, getting it down. I think I lost one, then I came back and did another one, and then I'm not winning. I'm not making every trade a winning trade, but I'm keeping it tight when it's losing, and then slowly, taking care of this. I'm looking for an entry now, thinking about shorting it off this as you can see, the MACD sent it down. I checked that tweezer move level, and that's where I'm thinking about shorting it right there. Right up at this level here. I think that's what I do. Selling the ask. Yeah, there. Once it touches it. I was just looking to see the power of it to make sure. And it was a little strong. That's why I didn't hit it right away. And then I hit it as it got up there higher, but it didn't pick me up, as you can see. I have it down here at 23 cents. There, it's about to pick me up. I'm holding it. And I said, nope, that's too long. Reassessing. Wish I had picked it up, actually. I'm just decided to go market to make sure this time I get in it. And I got in it at 442.16. And I'm looking for, I'm going to do the bid to get out. It was a terrible pick up there, so that would have been only 13 cents on 200 shares. So if it picks me up. So now down to 277. Let's see what happens here next. So I had a little misfire there. I'm 281 down now. About to take my next position. I'm looking at the overall climb of this. You can see me zooming on the 5-minute chart here, trying to think about, do I just want to keep playing this long? But it's up that tweezer move level right there. I'm looking at it right now going like, God, is that going to, it broke it. So it's so strong as it breaks it. The next level would be the ATR up there. That's the ATR low from the RV strategy right up here. And, I'm really in a quandary as to play this long because it's so turned around and so strong right now. I ended up just going market long just to get in, testing, being very, very prepared to get out quickly, and just seeing what we're gonna get here. Watching it go back and forth, back over 300 down again. And I keep checking the monitor just to make sure with the other stocks that I traded today that at least I get green, so I can redeem myself, and that's it really. Just so I can get green and redeem myself. It's more, not so much about the money, but I didn't want to lose $500 either. But yeah, I just I did good trading already today, so I did all right. So. I do think it's kind of fun. Obviously, I'm not making as much money when I trade along like this, and try to keep the share size low and find a happy medium so everybody can succeed without risking too much. Obviously, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table that I could be making if you're used to seeing me trade. But that being said, I am entertained by this, and the idea that people can make money is cool. So I want to show these, but this is a higher risk than I would recommend taking 200 shares on Tesla, because this can definitely go against you. As you can see, I'm back down over 300 just on this one stock. I was down $60 on this trade. It's all over the board here, and I'm losing a little bit of faith of it going up here, as it did a rickshaw man there on the 1 minute. And why is it going up when it just went straight down a minute ago? Now, the news generally was it's supposed to go up today, but it was really not doing that, as you can see. So it did, because it started at 451, but now it's making enough money on this trade where I tried to get out, as you can see over here, didn't pick me up. I'm holding it just for it to pick me up. I'm watching it swell slowly up. The ups are more than the downs, thinking it will pick me up, so I'm holding it because of that. It keeps popping to right at my level, if you look at the level 2, and now it faded, so I think I might have lost some confidence there. But you can see my level right here, and I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this reindeer game. Get up there. I'm getting out of this trade and reassessing and thinking market, but instead it got me, and it did pretty good. And then now I'm 220 down, and I'm glad it's opening up so I can show you guys. And let's see what happens next. So you can see I just took a bad trade and I'm down further, and I'm about to get right back in now. See how this one goes. And I know this one caused some drama and trauma. And mostly because I'm running out of time and I wanted to get this done. We're already at 12:30 now on the East Coast time, and I have a whole bunch of stuff I have to do. I'm working out with some people and Doing another trading session. I have to be back in time for that, for the power hour. And I really wanted to get this green. Charlie is very green right now, which is great. I think she's like 120 green at this point, or 100. Where were you at this point, Charlie? Were you? No, you're only like $70 green. But she was green. I mean, because we were only 500 down when she was trading less share size. So this goes on a little while here. With some drama. I think there's a couple of times where I thought about, let me zoom forward a little bit, where I thought about getting out, and then I held on to it. So I'm just, the position's 445.18. I'm zooming ahead just a little bit. We don't want to see it change that position. Now I'm back green again, thinking that this trade's close to being done. I remember it was a good trade, but it just held me hostage for quite a while. But at least now we're getting back to where I was a minute ago, and it's already up to 1238. And I think we'll hold on to this for a second. I think this is about to make its move above the VWAP. And now there was a couple of times I thought I should have just taken the money right in here, actually, and I didn't, and then it went back down again. I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen right here. I can't remember. I just remember that this trade, a couple of times I thought, why didn't you just take it and buy the dip? And I was getting greedy. I wanted to see this below 200 on at least this one trade, and then I could get out of this quicker. It was coming down to a timing thing. Now I can only go to 250 on this entire. I was watching this now instead of the price action, because then I'll just hold my stand, hold my water, so to speak. Just look for it to get here and stop watching it torture you. You need it to get down to below 200, then look, go over there and assess and sell. It wasn't really anything I could do once I'm in the position, unless I saw a big retracement the wrong way. Then I might jump in and get out and then reassess. But sometimes I do that. I just stop looking at it and just like, look, you're stuck. Now, I could set the ladder. I think I did that a couple of times, and then because I went away and went to the bathroom, and then I came back, and I did set the ladder a couple of times to make a profit only, and was willing to go into the loss. That's just the way I trade, and that's why I said I don't highly recommend it. So I can go up to 250 with the amount of money that's in this account. So I did do that a couple of times. So now I'm thinking, God, why didn't I take that $100 and whatever dollars? See how long it's taking to make any money here. So now, if you look at the 5-minute, you look at the 15-minute, it's just showing nothing but up. Here, you're getting all the drama. You're watching the price move, and it's a little painful here. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm just going to get out when it gets over 100 this time, and it's going to take a little longer. I'm up to 1240 now. It's just going to take. I have to get out of here by 1 o'clock, no matter what. And I'm thinking, okay. It's going to take a little bit longer, but and there it goes. Now it pops up, and I'm looking to see, am I below? Okay, I'm below 200. Okay, now do I stay longer? Because this is the big trade. Do I just get out now? Do I get out now? Should I just wait because it's about to pop? And I don't think I got out. I think I held it. So let me go a little further ahead. Yep, I'm still holding that, punishing myself, going a little further ahead. Now we're up to 1242, 2 minutes ahead. And this next dip, I'm telling myself, okay, I'm definitely going to take the profit, because look how many times I could have taken a long and been out of this. So my waiting was actually costing me more time. So now I'm fast forwarding this a bit. Now it's finally going to make its move, I think, a much bigger move, and I am going to get out when it does this. And let's see, I haven't gone to 250 yet. So let's see if I go to 250. I think I go to 250 down here somewhere. So maybe it's going to do one more dip, 250 shares, which would be the maximum amount of shares. So letting you see kind of the drama here, the way I'm calling it. So when I saw that the volume went up with the sellers, I got a little concerned. That's why I thought that I was getting prepared, if it broke to 445, to actually add to my position. I started looking like, where do I have support? Long way down. That was $3. It's like, geez, should I really add to this? I could just, make my pain last a lot longer. And I would be setting stuff on the ladder, and I didn't really want to do that here. I just wanted to get this back to green and move on with my day. So this is what I do every day when things go wrong on this smaller account. I just come and I bail it out, and I've been lucky that it's worked for me. Now I'm just like, I'm going to get out this time. So I got out, I pushed it 18, and I had it at 50 because I was going to add and never did. So now I flatten, and I'm down to 140 here. I check it. Yes. So let's see what happens next. So here you go. And again, I think I'm going to hold in this move into a deep red before I get out. Again, why I recommend you don't really trade like this until you can afford to do it. But I am going to go long. I'm still trading long biased, and I'm understanding that it's rejecting right now, but I didn't want to miss the moves that shot up. So I first look at the VWAP as a point where I'm hoping it turns around, and it doesn't, and then it hurts me. Then I took away the levels because they seem to all be hitting the whole and half dollar levels. So this keeps torturing me here again, but I do believe, I'll fast forward a little bit, I do believe that it gets way worse here. So let me go up. Yeah, see how bad I am down again here? So now I'm saying you better stop at the 445, or I might have to take a hit, and then it's going to take that much longer. And see how it broke it? So I got the 50 in instead of getting out. I added to get me at a better position here. I'm going for it, even though it broke that 445. Now I think I was looking at the ATR low, like you're going to be all the way back to when you started, and you're playing this long bias, and you're keeping your confidence that it is going to go long bias. So that's what it was all about. Like I believed it was going to do it based on the data that I saw. And this was just a little pullback, making a nice little 5-minute bull flag, and it was about to go to the moon. So I held on to this, and let's fast forward a little bit. So you can see it's starting to go up now, and I think that it starts to turn me green here in a minute. That was it. I went too far. Let me go back a little bit. So it's starting to go green. Now I'm looking at this, like I want this to go green, okay? And I did not go to try to make the 150 because basically it was almost 1 o'clock, and I'm just like, no. And there it goes. It's green. This is green. This has got to become green. So I'm waiting a minute longer, getting ready to just get out, and it was 691. But that became green. I guess that's the bottom line, is that became green. So that's what I was looking to do, guys. So I'll stop that recording there. I did not take another trade. I was green for the day. Charlie was $300, I believe. Yep, $296. Just following my recap trading. So it ended up being pretty good overall, guys. I wish I could perform it for you on the stream on the $1 Million Margin Club. But don't forget those free deals over there. And I'll be back in the morning. I hope this was informative. So now you're getting to see both styles of trading. This is obviously a lot riskier, to do. But I was able to come back and be green for the day. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and go green out there. And I'll hopefully see you in the morning at the $1 Million Margin Club.